here from Sienna Industries. I had a very interesting conversation with my best friend. Her name is Yvonne. She's going to be on the show very soon. We're going to have like a podcast setting where she's on this side and I'm on this side and we talk. She doesn't live within the country right now, but we share very deep conversations and we end up talking about motherhood. She is not interested in being a mom, but she loves my son so much, and I would love to have more children to increase my family. So you'll get that dynamic of two women who are in same age group, but different values in terms of what satisfies them in form of life. So I'm a mom. I have a 9-year-old. He's going to be 10 this year, and she asked me like, "What is motherhood like?" And it took me a minute to understand what exactly I have experienced it to be. And the one thing I realized is that I do not consider myself just my son's mother. I consider myself to be sort of like a mentor for him rather than he belongs to me. Because there's one thing I was told earlier in my early days of being a mom. There's a lady I met at a village market back in the day when I used to stay in Ruaka. And what she told me is that you are not raising this son for yourself. You're raising him for the world. You're raising him for his children. You're raising him for his wife. You're raising him for his corporate job. You're raising him for Kenya as a country and the world as a whole. And you need to instill in him values that will make it easier for those people to interact with him. And that thing stuck with me. I remember he was 6 months then, and I was trying to figure out what kind of mom am I going to be. And throughout all the time, any decision I make, I always ask myself, like, am I parenting him the best case scenario for my grandchildren? Because if he's messed up, he's gonna mess up my grandbabies. He's gonna mess up the woman he ends up with. He's gonna mess up the people he bosses at that time or the employer that is going to be under him or over him. And it is so important as a parent to always remember that you will exit at some point, and the children you're raising are the generations you will leave behind. So, are you leaving kids who are dependent on nannies? They can't even take a cab to the kitchen. Are you raising kids who are dependent on pocket money? They can't stay at home any weekend. You have to take them somewhere. If you don't take them somewhere, you're not a good mom. Are you dependent on kids who guilt trip you into buying them things? Or are you raising kids who can sit still with their thoughts and express their emotions? Like I have a time where I ask my son, like, am I doing a good job? What do you think I'm doing wrong? And I accept feedback because I have never been a parent before. He began the journey of parenting for me. I was never trained as a kid to be a mom. No, no, no. It begins with your child. And as many as you have, that parenting for that child begins at birth. So you're both on a journey of exchanging, how do I say this? You're exchanging experiences. He's experiencing you as a parent, and you're experiencing that person as a child. And it's part of the reason why I'm doing the 1,000 Kikuyu Proverbs. You see a link or you see the video in the description box because I want to instill the values that I got, some that I've borrowed, some that are inspirational or aspirational. And I want him to have the best case scenario so that my grandchildren will one day thank God that I was here to instill those values. And something also that lady told me was that sometimes you are not the best case scenario for parenting. So I don't throw shade to people who take their kids to their mom. If you know you're not in the right mindset, right financial situation, I've had seasons in my life where I've left the country and gone to work somewhere and I've left my child to be in the care of my mom and my parents because that is the safest place. I have transitioned in seasons whereby I just wasn't mentally okay and I knew it was going to affect the way I'm raising that child. And I took that child home without feeling guilt and without caring about what people will say because at the end of the day, I am raising him for the future. So I need him to be stable. I need him to be happy. I need him to be content. And I need him to have a base of people where he can draw personalities from people and be the best case scenario for himself. So stop worrying about if you're doing it right. Just do it with the future in mind. And you're going to find making decisions will be very easy. Like you'll ask yourself, like, do I need to take this child to swimming all the time? Or can I do something else? You find yourself going to look for a robotics class And I have a plug for robotics class, STEM impact, along Upper Hill. So you find ways of improving that child's chances of being more successful in the future just by thinking from the future backwards. So that's my advice for parenting. I hope you have a good day. Subscribe, share, and check out the 1000 Kiku Proverbs Project. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now. Be safe. Dayo.